This is Lookup Channel. Today we are covering the following topics on the war in Ukraine. It's the 574th day of the war. A dead desert in the liberated villages of Donbas. Ukraine liberated more than 54% of the territory occupied by Russia. Zelenskiy claims Russia has no right to possess nuclear weapons. Here is what the word saw in the liberated villages near Ukrainian Bakhmut. This is the Ukrainian village of Andrivka, 8 kilometers from Bakhmut. Deserted, destroyed, liberated. The village was taken back under control by the Ukrainian military on September 14, 2023. The village has been under Russian occupation since November 2022. And this is Klishchiivka, a neighboring village. On September 17, 2023, it was returned to Ukrainian control. The video shows Ukrainian soldiers with the flags of their brigades and the flags of Ukraine near the dilapidated old church in the center of the village. Since January 19, 2023, the village has been occupied by Russian PMC Wagner. Ukraine liberated more than 54% of the territory occupied by Russia.
They've liberated 54+% of Ukraine, but there's a lot left to go. Russia has made one of the greatest strategic errors Russia's ever made. They've invaded a country that's been free and independent, and that country's not going to quit until they too are free and independent once again. There's been a lot of discussion out there in the media about how slow things are going, etc. in this counteroffensive. Counteroffensive has been going on for about 90 days. And it is taking longer than planners in the war games, etc., with the Ukrainian planners in the war games anticipated. But that's the difference between war on paper and real war.
15th meeting of the Ramstein provided Ukraine with more weapon. Transfer of air defense systems, artillery and ammunition to Ukraine. These are the results of the 15th meeting of the Ramstein Contact Group on Ukraine's defense, which took place on September 19 in Germany. This was announced by the Minister of Defense of Ukraine Rustem Umerov. According to him, special attention will be paid to F-16 aircraft, personnel training, and assistance in creating infrastructure. Ukraine, Estonia and Luxembourg have launched a newly created IT coalition. Its goal is to provide a secure and resilient IT infrastructure for the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine and the Defense Forces, which will allow Ukraine to be more effective on the battlefield. This is the first Ramstein meeting attended by the newly appointed Minister of Defense of Ukraine Rustem Umerov. Zelenskiy, only solidarity can guarantee a just peace for all. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy has made a speech at the UN General Assembly, which is taking place in New York. He said that Russia has no right to possess nuclear weapons.
Ukraine gave up its third largest nuclear arsenal. The world then decided Russia should become a keeper of such power. Yet history shows it was Russia who deserved nuclear disarmament the most back in 1990s. And Russia deserves it now. Terrorists have no right to hold nuclear weapons. No right.
Lviv drone attack destroys 300 tons of humanitarian goods. In the early morning September 19th, a Russian drone, Shahid, attacked Lviv. A 26-year-old warehouse worker was killed and more than 300 tons of humanitarian goods were destroyed. According to the mayor Andriy Sadovyi, during the attack on the warehouse of the public organization Caritas Bes, an employee was killed and humanitarian goods worth tens of millions of hryvnias were destroyed. The head of the Lviv Regional Military Administration, Maxim Kozitsky, said that Ukraine had shot down 15 Russian drones heading toward the city, but 3 drones escaped air defense and hit the warehouses. According to Kozitsky, the fire covered an area of 9,000 square meters. At least 2 people were injured in the attack. These were the latest news on the war in Ukraine. Please subscribe to stay updated on the recent events.